Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute, but come in. You read that title correctly. This is the introduction to the Road to 1,000-Year Blood War series that I'm doing on my channel to get hype for the 1,000-Year Blood War anime adaptation that is coming in October, right around the corner. I've gotten hyped seeing the trailers. I've gotten hyped hearing the statements from Kubo himself and hearing the statements from the director and the producer about how the anime is coming along. So I could not be more ready to engage with this series. Little history on me. This is not the first time that I have engaged with Bleach. For me, Bleach is like my #1 favorite anime and manga ever. Hands down, I will take it over Naruto. I will take it over One Piece. I will take it over whatever you think is your favorite. Bleach is that for me. And so I wanted to make this series in order to generate some more buzz about the series heading into October for this legendary arc and this legendary adaptation that is about to hit us. Little bit more on me. I think when the Bleach anime aired, it came out, I think I was still in middle school at the time, and so I was pretty young. Toonami was airing it on their sort of midnight quasi Adult Swim block, and so new Bleach episodes didn't hit the United States until midnight on Saturdays. And so me, like growing up, I grew up in a religious home, so I had to go to church Sunday in the morning, but catching glimpses of Bleach like on my brother's TVs, like in their room, I kind of had to like sneak out of my room and like tiptoe through the hallway to like catch a glimpse. But like every time I saw Bleach, I was enamored with it. I saw something incredible. I saw something fascinating. I liked all the clothes. I liked all the powers. I liked all the characters. Bleach had a vibe that no other series or shonen had, that just captured me, and it spoke to me on almost on a spiritual level. And so I have no problem saying that this is my favorite series of all time. So much so that I've started to collect the manga volumes. I have volumes 1, volumes 2, and of course volumes 3 sitting in my drawer right next to me. I'm planning to get more as this series continues. So I've already started to collect the manga volumes now that I've got a little bit more money in my pocket, you know what I'm saying? And I actually have some money and some room to spend on things that I like. You know, I thought, why not, show Bleach some love and actually purchase the official English translations from Viz. The other reason why I have these books is because of the series that we're going to do. This is a somewhat unique series, and the reason why it's unique is because, like I said earlier, this is not my first time experiencing Bleach. I have watched the entire anime from beginning to end, and of course it stops at the Fullbring arc, and I have read the 1,000-Year Blood War arc in the manga. So I am somewhat familiar with the manga and the way it paces itself, but that was a long time ago. I read the 1,000-Year Blood War arc when it was coming out, so I read it week to week to week with everyone else who are in these chats and in these forums and going hype about all the crazy moments and like, oh my god, Kenpachi and like Ichigo and all these characters and Hitsugaya and the big bad of that arc, who you've probably heard the name of, that I'm not going to repeat here. But this is a for those who are new to Bleach, for those who are curious about the Bleach manga, and for those that want a refresher about everything that is Bleach going into the 1,000-Year Blood War arc anime adaptation. This is your one-stop shop, because I am going to be rereading the entire Bleach manga from the beginning. I am going to be using the black and white originals. I am not going to be using the colored version. I am going to be using a different English translation than the Viz one, but I am going to cut in and out with the Viz translations to show different interpretations of certain plot points and certain plot points and certain character moments, to see if there's any significant difference between the translations and get a complete picture of what's actually happening in the story as it evolves. The manga, the reason why I chose to do the manga and not the anime is because the anime cuts out certain things that are in the manga. The most obvious thing is obviously the blood and the gore. There's a lot more missing limbs. There's a lot more crazy and like almost fatal injuries in the manga, and you really get to feel the damage that's being done to these characters as fights progress. It is very gory in the manga. A lot of that stuff had to be cut out in the anime, so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing the manga instead. The other reason is because there are certain character moments and even certain plot points that get harped on throughout the manga that don't come out as much in the anime. Even certain flashbacks that appear in the manga that don't appear in the anime. So the manga is just more content rich, and it delivers to you a much more complete understanding of what's actually happening in Bleach manga, because I think that a lot of people misread or misinterpreted a lot of what Bleach is about. And I have my own personal theories about some of the things that take place, but I consider myself to be pretty knowledgeable about Bleach, to be fairly understanding of what Kubo is trying to say in certain instances and what the motivations and overall detailings of what characters are supposed to be. But beyond all that, it's just cool. So this is why I'm doing the manga and not the anime. I already have it set up to where I can pretty much read the manga from start to finish. I know what volumes are supposed to be what chapters end in what volume. So I'm pretty much good to go, and hopefully I'll be able to have a complete set of Viz volumes by the end of this series. And also as well, hopefully, depending on how fast I can crank out these videos, I'm planning to not do a whole bunch of editing, so that I can make the cutoff. I can at least get to the 1,000-Year Blood War arc volumes before the anime adaptation airs in October, so that way I can read the 1,000-Year Blood War arc manga chapters incongruent with watching the adaptation, so that we can do a side-by-side comparison of the two. So if you feel like you want to know more about Bleach, and you feel like you want to consume some pretty quick, pretty concise content on the matter, really delving deep into the very subject matter of Bleach while using the manga as its base, look no further to my upcoming videos. This is just the introduction. I'll see y'all in the next one, Volume 1, which is Strawberry and the Soul Reapers. So yeah, look forward to that coming up pretty soon.